Hey guys, hope you're having a nice day, and let's go ahead and play Dehaka at the Haunted Mines. Okay, so our team is relatively good, I want to say. We don't have a healer, right? But who needs healers in quick matches anyway? And we can, if I get a good engage, our Keltas and Greymane can have like an easier time following up for my drags, so that can work out really well in our favor. But I'm kind of scared of the enemy team because they have a tank, they have a proper tank, and we have Dehaka. Dehaka isn't really a tank, like he is more of a initiation bruiser warrior type, like harass initiation hero. He's more of like a, I don't know, a tanky assassin at best, definitely not a tank. Whereas ETC can easily peel for his team, he can easily set up like multiple stuns for really good follow-ups. For really good engages. We can't really do that. Like the best we can do is like drag one person in, like for example Chromie, and then hope for the best that our team can follow up on that. And even then, like Dehaka is kind of hard to play in my opinion, because at least for me, like, right, because I really like team fighting. Like I really like heroes that excel at team fighting and whatnot. And from my experience, very often Dehaka just feels underwhelming while team fighting. Like you can get a solid, maybe a solid engage, maybe a solid kill for your team by getting a good flank and whatnot, but very often that is just straight up not enough for you to secure any solid advantages like overall. Like yes, they will get like a level lead and whatnot, but eventually, like when you are full on like 5v5 team fighting, maybe I just don't know how to play Dehaka in that scenario, but damn, like that feels just underwhelming. Like every time I play Dehaka, at the end of the game I feel completely useless. Even if in the beginning of the game I established our team a solid lead by winning my lane, by like winning team fights because of the global presence and whatnot, by the end of the game it feels like that was just not enough and we're just gonna lose anyway. And that's basically most of my experience as Dehaka. I don't know how to play him properly, I guess. But we're gonna be going for kind of like the standard build right now. Enhanced agility for that extra movement speed while you are moving through bushes, which can help you with better engages, better harass, better team fights, hopefully. On this map, Dehaka is probably not the best hero, so to say, because I can't burrow into the mines whatsoever. There are no bushes there. So my movement ability, my brush stalker, is completely negated by the mines. I need to like walk in here. But the good part, I guess, is that I can sit in the mines, and while my team is doing something on the surface, I can then try to help them if something goes wrong or if we get a good engage and whatnot. So because of the mines, I'm actually thinking whether I should... Oh no, oh, I'm dead. Oh, 1 second away from burrowing. I missed my drag on Alarak and he silenced me, too bad. Like if I landed my drag, that would have been nice, and if I didn't cast my drag, that would have also been nice, because I wouldn't be... like I wouldn't just get silenced like that. So that was 100% my bad. Let's see if we can harass Chromie a bit. She is actually overextending a lot right now, for whatever reason. And I had no idea that there was a trap there. So that was cool. That was fun. But we can already see that with enhanced agility, like that extra movement speed is really damn helpful. Are they going in? Oh, we are going in. Okay. Well, that's good enough. Oh, Chromie, hey there. Too bad I don't have my drag. If I had my drag, she would have been dead. She's even trying to dodge it. Good job by her. Like she assumes that I have a drag, so she tried to sidestep it and whatnot, and that was not the case, sadly, because I didn't have my stun. So like with enhanced agility, eventually you will be moving like at crazy speed every time you burrow in, because you have 20% extra movement speed by default, and that's a misplay by Chromie, by the way. Because okay, that's misplay by me. Because the moment she stopped to try and cast something, or to try and cast her Sandblast, she became completely immobile, so she wasn't able to react to anything I do. And that allowed me to easily secure the kill. So yeah, you get 20% by default as your passive. With the Brush Stalker, every time you move through a bush, you get 20% movement speed for 2 seconds. With Enhanced Agility, you now get that movement speed for 5 seconds, and the more essence you collect, the higher the movement speed will become. Up to 40% extra movement speed. And that is like absolutely crazy. We're gonna go for Feeding Frenzy. I really like that okay, I'm gonna explain that like a second later. But I just really enjoy the talent. What the hell is going on? We are getting kills, that's what's going on. Too bad I don't have my Brush Stalker, so I can't really go top. But I think going bottom and helping my team with the defense was actually the right call. We got some good things done, right? Man, this is gonna be a rough game. I guess we have D.Va, right? So we have like almost 2 tanks with D.Va and Dehaka. But it's definitely not the same as having ETC with his Mosh Pit or his Stage Dive or anything like that. So at level 4 we picked up 1 who collects. We're gonna be killing a lot of minions by soaking, so getting more essence stacks because of that seems like a great plan. I don't know if I just run away, Keltas. There we go. It's gonna be great. Thank you, Keltas, for trying to save me there. That was really helpful. Like that stun might have been what stopped them from initiating too hard. I did have my essence though, so I wasn't really under that big of a threat, but even then, like, it's always nice to have some help from your teammates, you know? Oh, damn. I thought he would sidestep it. Instead, he just jumped over me. That was my mistake. I misread the situation. I wish I seen this earlier. I could have burrowed in and dragged somebody into D.Va's... oh, no. Into D.Va's mech. By the way, that was also, again, another misplay by me. I didn't have to use my drag that early because I have that extra movement speed. I would have been able to catch up to anybody I want to. I have 5 seconds to get a good initiation, and I decided not to do that, and that kind of hurt me. I'm gonna pop my ultimate there because I'm just gonna die if I don't do that. We are level 10. Alarak was in there, so I thought that maybe he was trying to like wait for a good engage from EGC and then follow up on it. But that was not the case. Can we grab this Keltas, please? Flame Strike? Okay, never mind. I mean, he could have just used a Flame Strike and then ran away, but oh well. But oh well. Okay, Chromie, please don't kill me. I'm gonna burrow. There we go. That probably would have been a kill, by the way. Good aim by her. This Chromie is playing really well. Really well. So at level 7 we picked up Feeding Frenzy. What it does is every time you auto-attack somebody, your drag cooldown is reduced. And by the way, you can attack, auto-attack people while dragging them. So like you get 1, maybe 2 auto-attacks in, just like 4 seconds of a cooldown just right away, the moment you cast drag. If you stutter step it properly, they should escape. I don't have my burrow. I don't have my Brush Stalker available. They are dying, not too great. I guess they did kill Illidan, and Illidan is one of the better heroes for them to go into the mines, so maybe that could have been great, but I don't know. We still lost a person. That's never a good sign. Okay, Greymin can clear a siege camp, hopefully. That would be nice. That would be nice. So yeah, we picked up our adaptation. I think it's almost like you almost always want to go for adaptation because, I mean, it has the potential to heal you for full health, for full of your health. Because if you synergize it together with your essence collection, like you just pop adaptation and just go tank, then you pop your essence collection to regenerate some health in the middle of it, so that the enemies would need to burn through that health too, on top of your current health. And then if you feel like, okay, they might actually kill me, you can just burrow in, and then your adaptation just procs while you're burrowed, and it's gonna it's just such a good heroic, right? And usually, very often people went like back when Dehaka came out, people always went for isolation because, I mean, that's a good stun, right? It should be by default better than that stupid heroic that heals you or whatever. Oh, that was hilarious. Poor Illidan. He really tried to escape. Oh, Diva should have probably just attacked him, but I guess it worked out in the end no matter what. I will try to... I'm not sure if I can do much. Oh no, I definitely can't do much. Damn it. Vala was like slightly far away and there were minions blocking my way, so I wasn't able to even try to land the drag. Oh, that was really bad. That was really bad for us. Actually, Ragnaros can kill Chromie there without any problems. Oh my god, Grey mate. Like that hell, that was such a scary engage by him. It should be fine. We shouldn't have lost the fort. Will we get a fort? Oh, I think we're gonna get a... No, probably not. It will have like a little bit of health, yeah. Now with Alarox there, definitely not getting that fort killed. Primal Rage can be a good choice for level 13. Like your attack damage is already kind of decent, 175. That's not too bad. It's kind of Anubarak levels of attack damage, so with that extra, it can help. But I prefer what's his face? I prefer Primal Swarm for that 10% armor reduction. Like that way your teammates can have easier time killing somebody and things like that. Like you can help your teammates in more than just dealing pure damage as Dehaka, right? And as a tank, that's kind of what you want to be doing. Like setting up better... Just making your team better, right? Oh my god, I'm so low on health and I don't have any essence collection. That's kind of... You never want to be in this spot, by the way, as Dehaka. You always want to have as many essence stacks as possible. I wasn't quick enough to use my barrow there. That was completely my fault. I could have survived there if I used my barrow before Alarak landed his silence. But I didn't do that, so that was definitely my fault. Too bad this clamp is gonna get cleared by Illidan. He, by the way, has Hunt, so we should be always aware, like, they are 4-man bottom, but they actually can be 5-man because of the Hunt. He can almost immediately engage, and with the stun too. It's not too great. Not too great. But yeah, again, as Dehaka, being a tank for your team is really hard because all of your survivability tools, you need them. Like, you need them for an engage. So whereas, like, as archers, you can kind of heal yourself with death coils and whatnot. As ETC, you can spam your E's, and other tanks have other survivability options. As Dehaka, you need all of your abilities for when you engage. If you don't do that, like, you are just behind. Okay, I'm gonna walk in right now. And because of transfusion, I will be able to easily survive whatever the hell is going on here. That's I don't know if that's a good idea, Vala, there. There we go. That's, like, right there. Feeding Frenzy is a value of Feeding Frenzy. We stunned ETC, and then Vala engaged, like, into our auto-attack range. And because we were attacking her, we got another drag, and that allowed us to survive, secure the kill onto Vala. I'm sorry, Diva. Like, yeah, that's the problem with Dehaka, right? Without the bushes, that's also what hurts your, like, capabilities as a tank. Without the bushes or smoke screens, you don't have any movement speed. So you are just, like, slowly moving around. Like, you can't mount up, you can't, like, catch up to anybody like this way. Like, you won't catch anybody on your own. So you need either somebody to slow your enemies, and then you follow up with a stun engage, but aside from that, it's not gonna work great. So because we went for Feeding Frenzy, I think, like, getting Elongated Tongue, 20% extra range, can be very, very helpful. Otherwise you might... Oh. Well, I missed everyone, but people are dying anyway, so who cares. So if you are doing the Symbiosis build, with the cooldown reduction on your Dark Swarm with the Primal Swarm, you might want to be going for Tunneling Claws, because while you're burrowed, you can actually still be, like, you are still able to cast your Dark Swarm and whatnot. So having that possibility of, like, you burrow in and then you move under the whole enemy team to try and engage onto Chromie, for example, with your Dark Swarm active and with your drag ready to go, can be very helpful. But because we are kind of doing this more of a drag drag focus build, I think like this is more of a priority. And there we go. That's the value. That's the value of the Dehaka right there. I am probably going to die no matter what. Yeah, I was like too slow. I could have. At least I distracted them. They burned some ultimates, some cooldowns on me. That was still not worth it, I think, but things happened, and that's good enough, I guess. I can also 40-second death timer. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I should not have died. Like, there was no reason to die there. But I cleared the wave, so this golem will get a little bit less value now, and I will be able to like to burrow here and help my teammates right after. Illidan will also have hunt, so we need to be aware of that. Would be nice if they actually went for the keep here, because like this is a prime time to get the keep done, but I guess we don't have our tank, right? So they aren't able to be, my team aren't able to be as aggressive as they want to be. But I'm gonna burrow here now. With my extra movement speed and everything, we can get some good things done. Good things done for sure. Oh wow, good job by Alrax. That disengage though. That disengage was actually really good. Oh no, too far. Okay, we got a keep. That's actually really good for us. It was like we were able to distract the enemies from killing the golem, and that secured us a keep. That was really good. It was a huge win for us. Again, I find myself in a situation where I don't have any essence, which means I'm going to die, probably. Like, if I get engaged upon, I can try to save myself with adaptation, but it will only heal for my current health bar. Like, there is absolutely no way I can heal up to full health and whatnot, so we're gonna try to get some stacks of essence, some essence stacks, also tap the fountain. Maybe I'm gonna burrow top. You never want to be using Brush Stalker as a movement ability. Like, it's always better to just run to the lane, unless there is like a huge wave right next to your fort or right next to your keep and you want to soak it up. It's always better to just run, because that way you will have your, well, good job by Vala, because that way, again, I was so damn late on my everything. That was an interesting engage by ETC. That was and I also, wow, I actually died. Oops. I thought I escaped that. My bad. Yeah, I missed my drag. That the fact that I missed that drag onto ETC that was running through there, like that was a 100% chance to land your drag, because ETC wasn't able to sidestep it or anything. And somehow I messed it up. That felt really bad. I think I have quick cast on release. Okay, yeah, that's what messes me up. Because when you have it on release, instead of like quickly tapping the ability, you kind of want to be waiting for it. Like because basically when your quick cast setting is set to on release, you want to be aiming when you're releasing the button, not when you're clicking it. So I think what happened there is I aimed it properly, then I quickly like tapped the drag button, I quickly tapped Q, but because I moved the mouse at the same time, it like my aim got messed up. Obviously my bad. Essence Claws, I really like Essence Claws, but Apex Predator, like that cooldown reduction and like just that ability to constantly roam around the map is really good. And it synergizes really well with your enhanced agility, like incredibly well. We should be very careful in the mines, by the way. Like, I am not able to help out my team right now, but I'm gonna do what I'm best at, just soak the lanes, get some pressure. I can't, like, I seriously can't. Like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. It's so hard to be at the Dehaka on Haunted Mines. You're just slowly waddling around, trying to get things happen, and it's just not gonna happen. Okay, so let's pincer this Chromie. There we go, finally we landed our drag. We have our enhanced agility stacked up, so now every time we move through a bush, we don't even need to brush stalk. Every time we just move through a bush, we get that like ridiculous 40% movement speed buff, which is really great. If Ragnaros would help me here, that would be really nice. That would be really, really damn nice, but I guess that's all I'm getting, just one meteor and that's it. Okay, I have my Brush Stalker available relatively soon, but I don't think we're gonna even need it. I'm just gonna go with my team here. We have 50 essence, so we are at our prime to fight. Why? Oh no! Ragnar should have waited for Golem to kill this keep and then try to go for a keep play instead. Oh, but like, okay, like, I mean, Ragnaros does maybe some stupid decisions and whatnot, but his aim is just incredibly good. Like, he is always landing his abilities and whatnot. The laser range on Alarak, too good. I tried to save Keltas, but not much I could have done there after that. Again, laser is just way too damn good. Okay, EGC, let me attack you. And that's like, again, the power of the level 7 talent. You just get so many stuns in sequence, and that really empowers you in teamfights as a pseudo warrior. Not as a warrior, not as a tank, but at least you get those chain stuns in, and that can be crucial. Honestly, I can't really explain properly how you need to be playing Dehaka because I am not that great at him. I wish I was, because he's an incredibly impactful warrior. We died 6 times, you never want to be dying that much. But I guess they did have really good counters to us. They had Alarak with the silence, lots of stuns, lots of crowd control. It really messes with your ability to survive because you're heavily reliant on using abilities and chaining them in a perfect sequence in order to survive. And when you're either silenced or stunned half the time, it's really hard to do. So most of the time you're just panic clicking all of your survivability options, and it's not really it's not gonna keep you alive as much as you want it to. But I think we got some decent engages this game. Yeah, not that well though. Yeah, it was a horrible game. A horrible game. But we tried, and that's what counts, right? So if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.